Hi there, it's Mark Hamilton from Bodial Nutrition. Hope you're all well. It's question time. I've just had gone through the questions I get daily on our Facebook messages on Team Bodial, and I thought I'd pick one at random because this particular person's really trying to make some changes to his life, which is admirable. And I'll read the message out. I'll not mention any names. Hi there. I've been looking to lose weight for a while now, and just over a month ago I decided to take a step forward and change my lifestyle. Admirable. Brilliant. My diet has changed dramatically from basically eating crap, excuse me, I'm just reading this, whenever I wanted to 3 steady meals a day. Okay, brilliant. Breakfast is porridge and oats and water followed by scrambled eggs. Lunch and dinner, steamed chicken, brown rice and veg. Generally, I use broccoli or spinach. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic food sources there. Brilliant. I try to drink as much water as I can on a day, probably over a litre. Every morning, I'll go through stretches and go for a walk. Where I live is very hilly, so it's pretty good. And every evening, I'm taking myself off for a jog. There's a running track near me, and I get around it 6 times every night. I'm not expecting to see instant results, as I'm 34 and 15 stone. I work at a desk all day, and my weight has gone up and down like a yo-yo for the last few years. Is there anything else you could recommend to help with my progress? I'd be really grateful. Thank you. Brilliant. Okay, so this person is really trying to make an effort, change his life. Admirable. The food sources he's chosen are great, and there's a couple of things that I would tweak to your particular diet here. Let's start for the basics. Let's go for the after air. The most important nutrient we get in life is water. 80% of us roughly is water. Our water is detoxifying. It takes out and eliminates toxins from the body. It's great for our energy levels, skin health, hair health, you name it. Water just rocks. Water is key. It's a key fundamental. Not enough people drink enough water. And I'm not talking about fizzy water or flavoured water. I'm talking about natural water, H2O. Now, you're doing great. Try and drink over a litre. I would try and up that to 3 litres, and then see how you go. Now, the key with water, people say, "Yeah, I drink 5, 6, 7, 8." Like, people misunderstand how to drink water. Let's talk about water. With water, it's a fantastic way of kickstarting any health regime. Now, to increase your water to about 3 litres a day, let's for example, if you're an athlete and you're training, I would push that to about 5 litres a day, 4 to 5 litres a day. But with 3 litres a day, what I would do is break that 3 litres down and have it incrementally over the day. Every 20 minutes, take a sip of water. 20 more minutes, take another sip of water. Have a drink of water. Rather than trying to, I haven't had a drink of water for 4 hours and try and glug a litre down and go, yeah, I've done it for the day. Doing this is kind of cool. Our bodies are still back in the Stone Age. They haven't moved on like the world. We've got high-tech this and microwave this and fast foods. Our bodies are still developing. It takes millions of years to see changes in them. So we've got to go back to how our bodies work. Now, with water, I'll give you an analogy. Might be a daft one. It's the one I can think of off the top of my head. With water, by drinking it throughout the day at regular intervals, after usually 3 or 4 days, your brain's going, I must be camping near a lake or a river because I'm getting water every 20 minutes. So this subconscious switch goes on to say, well, I'm getting water every 20 minutes. I'm obviously near a water source. I don't need to hold any of this, we call it subcutaneous water if you're going to be posh, water retention. So what your body will start to do is flush out that water that basically lies between the muscle and the skin. It gives you that bloaty look. So by actually increasing water, we can get rid of water that's really not doing anything in the body, and it'll flush out the system. Now, usually it's about day 3, I would say. You'll get to that point, and it's that kind of eureka moment where you're on track, where you'll have a drink of water, and then you'll weigh out 20 cups. You think, what? Well, you'll just not stop. That's your body starting this process of flushing out subcutaneous water. So the first thing I would do in this particular person's situation, and with most of you, probably 90% of you, is to try and regiment that water and have it regularly and frequently. Water, some people, I've even had someone say, I'm allergic to water. What? I'll just live on tea. Okay, you're not allergic to water. Let's just drink some water regularly through the day. First point of call. So that's pretty important. You should see a little bit of a weight loss, and weight's just a number, in the first week. And I'd probably say about 3 or 4 pounds, believe it or not, from what you're doing at the minute. Second thing, eating 3 steady meals a day. Great. You've asked my advice, I'm gonna give it. I'd actually increase that to 5 meals a day. And your breakfast is fantastic. You've got your porridge oats and scrambled eggs. So you're getting your protein. If you're having a little bit of milk with the porridge oats, you've got some fats in there. And your scrambled eggs, as I said, protein. Porridge oats, a nice slow release form of carbohydrates. So that is amazing. Go 2.5, 3 hours after. Try and have some sort of small meal, small snack. Now this can be something that's just easy and quick. Some oat cakes and a handful of nuts, peanut butter, cashew butter on rice cakes. Tuna on rice cakes, that kind of thing. Something you enjoy, something that's quick and easy to get in. Now this will stimulate your metabolic rate, believe it or not. So by eating more, you're going to actually burn more body fat. Then I'd have a lunch, again, 2.5, 3 hours after that if you can. And then I'd have another little snack, and then I'd have an evening meal. And I would actually have carbohydrates, but small amounts of carbohydrates. I'd increase your vegetables on that evening meal slightly. They are a form of carbohydrates, but they also make you feel fuller. They're fibrous most of the time, so depending on the vegetables you choose, get some more veg in the thing, and keep your carbohydrate portion lower. So if you're having rice or sweet potato, which are perfect, organic whole grain pasta, have a smaller amount, maybe it's a handful, rather than measuring things out. So you've gone on to drinking more water, you're eating little and often. These are basics that not everyone understands, and it's not brain surgery. Sometimes it can be little simple tweaks can give you absolutely dramatic results. So that's what I would initially look at doing. With your exercise, that's admirable. You're doing cardio twice a day, which is fantastic, absolutely brilliant. If you can, I'd switch the cardio around slightly. And what I would do in the morning is 20 minutes. Okay, if you're walking the dog or whatever, you live in a place where there's lots of hills. If you're fit enough, and you feel you're fit enough, find a hill and try and jog or run, depending on your fitness, up that hill, and then walk back down it, and then do it again and walk back down it, nice and slow. Get your breath back at the bottom. Once you've got your breath back, run up it. Push yourself as fast as you can. Do this between 10 and 15 times. Okay, and that is a form of what they call high intensity interval training. This sort of training absolutely obliterates body fat. It's a fact. There's a fine line between eating into muscle and body fat, but it looks like you've got quite a lot of good quality proteins in your diet, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. By doing that in the morning before you eat breakfast, it's called fasted cardio. So you've had a nice night's sleep, hopefully. Your body has got really no glycogen to burn, so it's going to focus on body fat. So try that in the morning if you can. Your dog might not appreciate it, but it'll work for you. On an evening, rather than going for that run, do a gentle run or quite a good paced walk, 40 minutes if you can. And those kind of little switches can make, again, a dramatic fat burning position in the body. So those kind of little tweaks to your diet would be fantastic. If you're looking at supplementation, I wouldn't go with any fat burners as of yet, personally. I would look at something like a lean whey, but Bodial lean whey is a fantastic meal replacement. So you could actually take that as one of your smaller meals. So maybe if you're in a rush, you're going to work, get one of them down you. If you're going to miss breakfast, have a Bodial lean whey. A mid-morning snack, and you're at the office and you can't get out your desk and you're busy and you're hectic, have a lean weight. It'll stimulate fat burning, and it's got some very, very nice therapeutic strength fat burners in there. The real key with a lean weight is the CLA. It is incredible. As you lose body fat, it will continue to keep you shrunk, which in terms of body fat, which is kind of brilliant. So you've got over 500 milligrams of CLA in there with some really other good things that are going to stimulate and help you burn more fat more efficiently. The other thing that I would suggest, and this isn't for everybody, I used to manage a big fitness studio up in Newcastle many years ago, and it's hard for people to join a gym. It's that intimidation thing, it's that fear factor, and I understand that probably more than anything, actually managing the gym. When I moved down to where I live, to join a gym, even I've managed a gym, I've trained since I was 13. It's kind of, God, I don't know anyone, and probably everyone will stare at me, and a lot of people try and lose weight before joining the gym, which I find quite ironic, Find a gym that you're comfortable with. Try and ask them if you can have a free taster session, and good gyms will actually let you do this. Find out what the atmosphere is like, go at a time that you would normally go. I know these are simple things, and I'm not being patronising. It's worth doing. You go in the afternoon when it's quiet, but you're going to be training on a night at 6 o'clock after work, and it's rammed and full of hairy, knuckle dragging meat. You don't know. So go when you're going to train. Lifting weights, basically, everyone thinks, I don't want to get too big. Lifting weights sensibly, with a good gym, with good instructors who have good knowledge, make a monstrous difference to how you look and how you feel. You feel stronger, you feel better within yourself, you feel tighter, and it burns a hell of a lot of fat. Massive amounts of fat. Big misconception, cardio. If you're not into the gym thing, then that's fine. I would then just try that high intensity interval training in the morning, and then that pushing a walk, try and get yourself so you're out of breath, and have a leisurely walk with a dog for 35-40 minutes. Those little changes to your regime, and what you've done is brilliant, by the way. I think you're bang on track. Your food choices are great. Try that. Give it a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, and see how not only you feel, how you look, how your waist size is reduced, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. With that, you could then move on. Maybe you could then join a gym. You don't have to join a gym. You might just be pushing the intensity of the training in the morning. But have a look at that. Play around with your food. Don't be boring. Don't do chicken and rice. It's about versatility. Diet, people think, it means I'm going to have to eat less. Not necessarily. If you want to lose weight, eat little and often, and that usually means eating more food to get a desired result, i.e., fat loss and keeping muscle integrity. So there's a little answer to that question, and I hope it helped. This can apply to many people. I know you're kind of extreme athletes out there, and the guys that are pushing it. You probably know all this, but there's a lot of people out there that just don't get these little simple lifestyle tips. And you know what? The fact that you want to actually change your lifestyle for the better, you're going to be just amazed and overawed at how good a decision that's been. So best of luck with you on that. I will try and give you a quick message back as well. But yeah, good luck with it. Any problems, give us a shout. Let me know how you're getting on in 3 weeks' time. Good luck. See you soon. Bye-bye.